Shalom, family. The water for everybody tapping in for this nice class. And pray everybody's being blessed through the Spirit. Right, and we're gonna finish up this breakdown, man. Dealing with being ye therefore perfect. Right, so if you can hear us, man, if y'all just tapping in, throw some sevens in the chat. Give us a mighty shalom through the Spirit. Right, let us know that you're in this thing. First and foremost, we want to give all praise and glory to the Most High Yahweh. We do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, who the world calls Christ. Shout out and shalom to the 12 tribes that scattered abroad. Greetings.
Hey, good.
Shout out to the elders, man. The House of David, man, been putting in their bricks, man, for many years, man, so that we can come into this understanding and carry the torch, man, through the Spirit. So we're gonna,
brother Shamarai on the scene, man.
Come. He here, man. He here. Got the young brew, Yasha Allah in the building. We're gonna let the room build up, man. When y'all come in, man, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell. Baba Kashar.
I'm gonna send it to that brother. You put it in the chat.
Shalom, brother Malachi. Baba Kashar, please, if you can subscribe for us. We're gonna be calling the precepts. You know the deal, Ak. If you can throw the precepts in the chat, man, for the other Akim, so that they can be edified. The water. Beautiful day at camp today, man. Through the Spirit, man. Call Allah Yahweh, by Hashem Mashiach Yahweh Shai. All right, dealt with a lot of brothers and sisters out there through the Spirit, man. We were able to plant seeds, man. That's what the Most High has called us to do, and He's going to give that increase. I think what you got?
We might have fucked that out.
69. We can start again.
Yeah.
I think we jumped in there at the beginning.
Yeah, because we was in this at the beginning.
So
we could get it again.
Yeah, bro, be jumping the gun on precepts.
I think you brought that one out.
No, that was you that did that.
Nah.
What? Yeah, it was you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now I brought that. What was it I brought out?
Psalms
19 and 7.
Yeah. All right, brother. No, I wasn't just me.
Yeah. No, that's where I get it from.
Brother be ganging up on. Okay. All right.
Good, man. Man, we be out here laboring, man, on the highways and byways. Man, we got the mighty sister in here, man, throwing down some grub. So this is being recorded, man, for the rest of Yasha Allah to be able to see. So we're not going to further ado this thing.
Hey, man, we enjoy this.
Good.
We out here laboring, putting in the work in the highways and byways, even to come set up class and do the work. Hey, man, but this is the joy of our life, man.
Can I get Sirach 33 and 17 real quick, Baba Shah?
We enjoy this, being servants to the Most High, allowing Him to use us, presenting our bodies as a living sacrifice, as the precept that we brought out in the last class states. And this is just our lot, and we understand that, cherish it, and we accept the charge that the Most High has given us.
Bring that out.
Sirach 33 and 17. Consider that I labor not for myself only.
We what?
I labor not for myself only.
Right. So shout out to the Akim, man, to the brothers, man, that's woke in this thing that was on the highways and byways today, man, through the Spirit of Yahweh Bashem Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, that was out here laboring, right, tilling the ground. Bring that up.
But for all them that seek learning.
So keep going.
It says, hear me, O ye great man of the people, and hearken with your ears, ye rulers of this congregation.
Right. So we understand the lot that we have. Some more than others. And the sooner we get with it, man, the better off we'll be through the Spirit. The more you continue to fight this thing, knowing that the Most High has called you and He has predestined you to do this thing, you just gonna you signing up yourself for a world of hurt through the Spirit. All right, with that being said, look like Brother Malachi dropped out for a second. You going
to subscribe?
Con, you can. I think you back. Con, throw some sevens in the chat, man. If y'all here, man, give us a shalom. Shalom. Right, we dealing with being perfect through the Spirit. This is part 2. We brought out part 1 of the lesson yesterday, and just understanding that through through the word is what cleanses us. Through using the word, the law, it would allow us to not be simple anymore. It will raise us up out of the dunghill, right? To sit us amongst princes and kings, as it says in 1 Samuel 2:6. Right. So, first precept of the night, we're gonna be in the book of Genesis, chapter 6 and verse 9. Genesis chapter 6. We're gonna start at verse 9. Right. Con. The water.
Don't bring it up.
Con.
Genesis 6 and 9. These are the generations of Noah, and Noah was a just man and perfect in his generations.
And he was what?
Perfect in his generations.
Well, we brought that out too last night in the book of Proverbs 11 and 1, talking about a just balance is the Most High's delight, right? So that just is perfectness, right? Meaning that there is no partiality in it, that is even, right? That's justice, that's perfection, right? And that's who Noah was. That's who the Most High God saw Noah as. Continue on that.
And it says that Noah walks with God.
And he what?
He walks with God.
Right. And so that's how we're doing this thing. The Most High has called us to be perfect. We brought that out in Matthew 5 and 46 on down through 48. So we understand that we are now are being called to walk with the Most High God. That's what makes us perfect. You got one up?
Yeah, this is I'm back on what you were saying. This is Leviticus 19 and 35.
Con.
You shall do no unrighteousness. Shalakia, you shall do no unrighteousness in judgment, in meteor, in weight, or in measure.
In what?
In meteor, in weight, or in measure.
Right.
Just balances, just weights, a just ephah, and a just hin shall ye have. I am Yahweh, your power, which brought ye out of the land of Egypt.
I need that. That's a good cold precept to link up with that Proverbs 11 and 1. Right? It's all about being just and having an understanding of what perfection is. How else can you then govern? What are you allowing yourself to be governed by if you don't know what perfect is? You have to have a measuring stick. Right? And this is your measuring stick. Right? Using the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Is it on that, King?
Come.
Right. Next precept is going to be Sirach 44 and 17. Sirach 44 and 17. And then we can get Job 1 and 1.
Yeah,
I think we brought that
because we brought that out too.
Yeah.
Yep, and this one too.
Mm-hmm.
Sirach 44 and 17.
Bring it out.
Noah was found perfect and righteous in a time of wrath. He was taken in exchange for the world.
Right. In a time of wrath, are you going to be found perfect through the Spirit? Or in a time of wrath, are you going to be seeking the Most High, being diligent in this thing, offering yourself as a living sacrifice?
And that's perfect. It says that he was taken in exchange for the world. And this perspective, taken means reserved.
That's right.
He was reserved in exchange for the world, which was done away with at that time. Right? Go ahead, King.
Come. Therefore was he left as a remnant unto the earth.
He was what?
He was left as a remnant unto the earth when the flood came. Keep going. Stop.
Let's hit on that.
Come.
But we just understand that Job was saw. That's just another precept to link up with Job 1 and 1. Bring that out. Job 1 and 1. Right. He was saw perfect in the Most High's eyes, man. And we have to. We are using, as we brought out in Sirach 2 and 10. You have to look at the generations of old and see whether did the Most High forsake them.
Grab that real quick.
What?
The book of Sirach, chapter 2, and verse 10. Look at the generations of old and see did ever any trust in Yahweh and was confounded.
Right, because we trust in the Most High Yahweh because his ways are perfect. So when we put our faith and our trust in Yahweh Bashem HaMashiach Yahweh Shai, that it's perfect and just, right? Nothing shall meet its mate, as we was bringing out yesterday.
Or did any abide in his fear
Mhm.
and was forsaken?
Mhm.
Or whom did he ever despise that was called upon him?
Right? It's perfect. It's perfect refuge. It's perfect strength. It's perfect statutes, laws, commandments, everything that he has placed inside of these scriptures, man. It's perfect. It's perfection. Right? Bring that Job 1:1 out.
Job 1:1.
Precept, right?
There was a man in the land of Uz whose name was Job.
Right.
And that man was perfect.
He was what?
Perfect and upright, and one that feared God,
right,
and eschewed evil.
Right. And you got to fear the Most High, and you have to eschew evil. Right. Give me stay in there, Job 14 and 13, I believe. You can go ahead and get that out.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 58. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of Yahweh. For as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in Yahweh.
Right, 11 and 14. So like, right, because you don't want this thing to be in vain, man. You want to make your calling and election sure, right? You don't want to have any doubt. Right? If you're gonna put your faith and trust in something, it has to have no holes in it. Right? It has to be inerrant, have no flaws. Right? Bring that out, King.
Job 11 and 14.
Right, we're bringing this out because this is how Job operated. This is in Job, right? And he eschewed evil. What did he do in evil when he found out evil? Go ahead.
If iniquity be in thy hand, put it far away.
What did he say?
What?
Put it far away. And let not wickedness dwell in thy tabernacle.
Continue on.
For then shalt thou lift up thy face without spot.
Without what?
Without spot.
Perfection. Read.
Thou shalt be steadfast and shalt not fear.
And shall not fear. Right? Plain upon tables, man. You can yield on that. You got a precept,
La.
We're gonna get to the next one, man. It's gonna be in 2 Samuel 22 and 33.
You know. Right.
2 Samuel 22 and 33, and then we'll be in Wisdom of Solomon 15 and 3.
The book of 2 Samuel. So like, let the brothers get there. (22 and
33). I'm ready, King.
Like it.
Did you bring it out, or you want me to read it?
I'm bringing it out.
Okay.
It's the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 22, verse 33. Yahweh is my strength. I'm going to start at 31. And it reads, as for Yahweh, his way is perfect. The word of Yahweh is tried, and he is a buckler to all them that trust in him.
Right.
For who is Yahweh, save the Lord? And who is a rock, save our power? Yahweh is my strength and power. He maketh my way perfect. He maketh my feet like hinds feet, and setteth me upon high places. He teacheth my hands to war, so that a bow of steel is broken in mine hands. Thou hast always given me the shield of thy salvation, and thy gentleness hath made me great.
So we understand that even the power, the Most High, whom we serve, of course, he's perfect. Right? We brought that out again. Matthew 5 and 46, that he's calling us to be perfect. So we are called to operate in his likeness. That's what the quote unquote terminology we're dealing with Christian or Christianity, the real true Christian, not the word of it, but the actual characteristics of being a Christian.
That's right.
Right. That's it on that.
Okay.
Let's get it. Wisdom of Solomon, 15. Let's start at verse 3. It's like you start at 1. Read through 3. Wisdom of Solomon 15 and verse 1 through 3.
Well, you there, break it. I break it out.
Okay. This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 15 and verse 1. But thou, O Yahweh, art gracious and true, long-suffering and in mercy, ordering all things. For if we sin, we are thine, knowing thy power.
Come.
But we will not sin, knowing that we are counted thine. For to know thee is perfect.
It is what?
It is
It is
perfect.
Keep going.
Righteousness. Right? Yea, to know thy power is the root of immortality.
Mm.
Right. So even when you go into
And it says to know you is perfect righteousness, right?
God,
Okay. Let's play by tables.
right. But that the perfection is that everlasting. Right? It's not as you're not going to be done away with. You're gonna continue to
Abide in the Most High forever.
right.
But that's like that. What's the scripture? It say, he that saith he know me
It's a liar.
and keep not my commandments. He's
First
a liar. So if you know him, you're gonna be keeping his commandments by default, which is
And
perfect.
it says love the truth.
Con.
Remember, what is that? 2 Thessalonians.
Because
Them
you
that
receive
love
the-
not
yeah,
the truth.
yeah.
It's the- you know what I'm saying?
Con.
That was it on that.
You can bring out that precept though.
First John. I'm gonna bring out the precept. Their brother was
Me.
yeah.
Okay.
1 John 2 and
Listen to.
listen to.
I think it's
Started to. Four.
There you go. The water. This is First John 2 and 4. Right. It says, "He that saith, I know him,
Mhm.
and keepeth not his commandments,
Is a what?
is a liar.
Is
Is
it
it what?
Is a liar,
Con.
and the truth is not in him, and the perfection is not in him."
And the laws are not in him.
That was First John 2 and 4. Right. Next precept, we're gonna be in Psalms 18 and 30. Psalms 18 and 30. We're gonna read through 34. Psalms, the book of Psalms, chapter 18. And verse
Oh,
30.
this is
Rehoboam.
this is it was in Second Samuel. It's literally saying the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's crazy. Psalms 18 and 30. As for
Word for word.
yeah, word for word. As for God, his way is perfect, and the word of the Lord is tried.
Mhm.
He is a buckler to all those that trust in him.
Right.
Mhm.
For who is God save the Lord, and who is a rock save our God? And it is God that girdeth me with strength and maketh my way perfect.
Right.
And he maketh my feet like hinds feet, and setteth me upon my high places.
Right. So it's the
Mhm.
Most High Yahweh who makes our ways perfect. Right. When we go before Him, and we operate in the spirit and sincerity and in truth. Right. We'll sit on that. Right. Psalms 101 and 6. Psalms 101 and verse 6. And then if I can get I'll get Sirach 21 and 11.
Psalms 101 and 6. My eyes shall be upon the faithful of the land.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, that they may dwell with me, and he that walketh in a perfect way, he shall serve me.
He that what?
That walketh in a perfect way, he shall serve me.
Right. When you walking in the perfect way, you're gonna serve the Most High by default.
Yes.
Straight up. Even if you resisted the Most High and you kept the laws, like, by default, you serve him. You don't
take this shirt off.
Right. Go ahead.
It says, he that worketh deceit shall not dwell within my house,
Mm-hmm.
and he that telleth lies,
He that what?
telleth lies,
Talking about I love the Most High, but you hate your brother. Read.
shall not tarry in my sight.
What it
Finish
says?
it out.
It says, I will early destroy all the wicked of the land, that I may cut off all wicked doers from the city of the Lord.
Fine. Let's sit on that. We're going to jump to Sirach 21. The book of Sirach, chapter 21. We're going to start at verse 9. All right, we'll read through 11.
Sirach
21 and 9. The book of Sirach, chapter 21 and verse 9. And it reads thus: The congregation of the wicked is like tow wrapped together, and the end of them is a flame of fire to destroy them. That tow one is where you're breaking it down, man. It's really dealing with like a
What is tow?
tow is like a
Is-
bundle of
Is it that thing
like
that
hay.
Yeah, that's what that's.
You can
what
light
it
it
is.
on fire, kind of get to start a fire a little
Instead
bit.
of fire.
Mhm.
Okay.
Right. That's what that tow is. And he said that's the congregation of the wicked. And the end of them is as a flame of fire to destroy them.
They gonna get burnt up through the spirit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. Verse 10. The way of sinners is made plain
Mm.
with stones. And what that means, man, you can see, like it's paved.
Yeah.
You know, what that means, man, because we be saying it on a carnal level, but on a spiritual level, that's what it is. We say, like, man, when we used to sin, we used to what?
Saying real good.
Hey, we pay that thing with stone. We know which way we going when we out there sinning real good, right? Because I need to know my way back. I can't get out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I can't get back, right? Read. It says, the way of sinners is made plain with stones, but at the end thereof is the pit of hell.
Mm.
He that keepeth the law of the Most High,
They keep it what?
the law of the Most High,
Right?
getteth the understanding thereof, and the perfection
The what? Keep going.
of the fear of the Most High is wisdom. Right? And that's because some people have a partiality of fear of God. They don't really just have the whole perfection of just really fearing Him in totality. As what it says you gotta love the Most High with all your mind, body, soul, and spirit.
Mm-hmm.
But some people just kind of just pick and choose. Like we was dealing with the brother today, and he said, "Well, it's some things that he pretty much on a carnal level. He said he cherry picks.
Right.
He's just cherry picking the things that apply to
For
him.
lesser
that he
words.
Right.
I
that he
use what I can use, but the rest I throw away.
Right. That's not fear. That's not perfection. Fear.
No.
Right. You understand?
That's fear.
Yeah,
that's
it's fear.
not perfection.
Mhm.
Like you living and walking in fear,
God.
or it's just sheer disobedience. You
Mhm.
you choosing what tickles your fancy and rejecting everything else.
God.
Yeah. You talk about personal dreads.
Come,
What's his name? Kairos.
God. Shout out to the brother. Shout out to the brother, man. If you're on the scene, man, the water for building with us, man. Right. Verse 11. He that keepeth the law of the Most High getteth an understanding thereof, and the perfection of the fear of the Most High is wisdom. Right. I yield on that. Right. Next precept is going to be
Psalms 119.
Con.
Psalms 119.
And 105. I'm here. I'm going to bring it out. This is the book of Psalms,
99 through 105.
chapter 119 and 99. 119 and verse 99. And it reads thus: I have more understanding than all my teachers, for thy testimonies are my meditation.
Mm-hmm.
I understand more than the ancients, because I keep thy precepts.
Because I what?
I keep thy precepts.
I do what?
I keep thy precepts. I have refrained my feet from every evil way, that I might keep thy word.
Mm-hmm.
I have not departed from thy judgment, for thou hast taught me. How sweet are thy words unto my taste, yea, sweeter than honey to my mouth. Through thy precepts I get an understanding.
I get what?
I get understanding.
I get an understanding through the precepts. Not, like some of it is cool, not by cherry picking the precepts or picking what applies to you or what fits your lifestyle, but why? By digging through the precepts, going precept on precept, line up on line, here a little, there a little, and then applying that learning or understanding to your walk.
Okay.
that's how you get a good understanding of the scripture and what the Most High is requiring of you. Shalakia, go ahead.
Verse 104. Through thy precepts I get an understanding.
Uh-huh.
Therefore, I hate every false way.
I do what?
I hate every false way.
Nothing else is going to equate to this. Everything else is going to fall short. You're going to begin to hate all those ways when you love the Most High and His ways. Go ahead.
It's like you going into these different things, and you're going to find that it's a precept. It talks about that there's no soundness in it. But you're going to continue to try to go into these things, and you're going to never be filled. That means it's incomplete. It's not perfect.
It's hollow.
It's hollow, right? 105. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet.
It's a what?
A lamp unto my feet.
Otherwise, it brightens your road or your way or your steps, or it lightens the road in front of you that you may see all the snares, the traps, stumbling blocks, right? The potholes. It will allow you to see all the falsehood and ways throughout your journey and allow you to walk gracefully and righteously with the Most High.
Mm-hmm. And a light unto my path, right? And when you're dealing with that light, man, sometimes you even like photographers, things of that nature. When you're dealing with light, you gotta have that. It's gotta hit right. It's gotta hit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just can't have any type of light. It's gotta be perfect. And we're dealing with the perfect light right now.
Read that 106.
I have sworn, and I will perform it, that I will keep thy righteous judgment.
I will what?
Keep thy righteous judgment.
Mm-hmm.
Fine, man. Let's get Hebrews 6:1 and Hebrews 7:11. We're gonna rapid fire these things, man.
7.
You can smell what's cooking through the spirit.
What's the next precept?
Hebrews 7:11, and then
Hebrews 6:1.
Come
Hebrews 6:1.
bring it out.
Therefore, leaving the principles of the doctrine of Christ.
Right, when you leave the principles, as it says in Proverbs 21:16, you wander out of the way of understanding, you shall remain in the congregation of the dead. So don't leave the principles because these are perfect.
That's right.
It says, let us go on unto perfection.
Let us do what?
Go on unto perfection.
Man, I need that in my spiritual bag right there. Everybody needs that. Hebrews 6:1, 6:11,
6:1.
6:1. Come read that again out from the top.
It says, therefore, leaving the principles of the doctrine of Christ, let us go on unto perfection. Not laying again the foundations of repentance from dead works.
Right? Don't continue to do these dead works when you already have an understanding of repentance. Don't continue to offer Yahweh Shah HaMashiach because he was the perfect lamb. He was a perfect sacrifice. Right?
And it says leaving the doctrine of Christ, right? Because this is going to prepare you for going on into perfection.
Okay.
You have to follow the ways of Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai, and this will lead you unto going on into perfection.
That's right. Go ahead with that. That's it.
And of faith towards God.
Because ultimately your faith has to be perfect too, as well.
Was that 11 and 7 the next one?
Yep, 7:11.
7 and 11?
Yep. Hebrews 7:11, it says, and therefore perfection, whereby the Levitical priesthood, for under it the people received the law, what further need was there that another priest should rise after the order of Melchizedek?
Right. So this is meat right here, if you can get it, man. But it's pretty much going into the understanding of like if the law was essentially perfect when the Levites received it, what was the point of us receiving another high priest, Hamashiach Yahushua?
Or the order of Melchizedek.
Or the order of Melchizedek, right?
What was the point of that?
Is that what's 6? What's where you at?
7:11.
Get that 14.
Verse 14.
Read through 14.
Go ahead.
It says, and not be called after the order of Aaron, for the priesthood being charged, there is made a necessity, a change also of the law. For he of whom these things are spoken pertaineth to another tribe.
Another what?
Another tribe.
Go ahead.
Of which no man gave attendance at the altar.
Right, because that tribe is referring to the Levites. Right, but it's going to switch to the Judites. Keep going.
For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah.
Out of what?
Judah.
Right. So we understand the sons of Aaron received that perfection of the law.
Or the Levites.
Kind. Right.
But that order of Melchizedek was given unto a Judite.
Kind.
Before the Levites was even a thing.
Right.
Con.
That's pre.
Well, Judites wasn't either.
No, Judas wasn't either. So, but it's one Judite though. We know what Judite that is.
Christ.
Come on, keep going.
You can just finish out that part.
My bad. Of which tribe Moses spake nothing concerning priesthood.
Kind. That's it on that.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Kind. We're gonna go to the book of Proverbs 11 and verse 5. Proverbs 11 and 5. And if you can give me Isaiah 38 and 3.
What are you looking like?
5.
I'm more.
Isaiah 38 and 33.
38 and
11 and 5.
Isaiah 38 and 3.
Is that what you said, King?
Hmm?
Proverbs 11 and 5.
Come. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 5. I'll bring it out. The righteousness of the perfect shall direct his way.
Of the what?
The righteousness of the perfect shall direct his way, but the wicked shall fall by his own wickedness.
Mm.
Right? Does it say that?
It's like the scripture we just read because they ain't got the light, so it's not illuminating their path. It's just obstacles in front of them. They can't even see it.
That's right.
Well, they can see it,
But they don't know how to combat it.
they're not combating. They don't. Some people don't care.
That's what it says in the scriptures. Man, it says the righteousness of the world is foolishness with the Most High. Right?
You gotta get that. Pull
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Get my digital sword real quick. The righteousness of the Most High, the righteousness of the world is foolishness with the Most High.
That's in.
I think it's Romans.
I know what that said.
Man, again, if you want to chat, like, share, subscribe. Yeah, like, share, subscribe, man. Baba Kasha. What is it?
1 Corinthians 1 and 27.
Oh, we knew that. We just brought this out yesterday.
Con?
All right.
Let me hear it again.
We brought out 128, but we read through like 26.
I might have to stop the stuff down. Con. It's the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 1 and 27. And it reads thus: But Yahweh had chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. And Yahweh had taken the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty. Right? So we understand that when you continue to go into these off things, man, they're going to confound you. Right? Because you're thinking that you have an understanding, but it's foolishness to the Most High. His wisdom comes out of the scriptures, man, not from the world. Right? I yield on that. We're not going to dig into it. Isaiah 38
and 3.
and 3.
Isaiah.
I think we brought this out yesterday too. I'm pretty sure. But go ahead, King.
Yeah. Isaiah 38 and 3.
3 through 4, I believe.
And said,
No, just 3.
It said, Remember now, O Lord, I beseech thee, how I have walked before thee in truth and with a perfect heart.
And what?
A perfect heart.
Right, because you got to walk before the Most High in truth and with a perfect heart.
Mm-hmm.
And that perfect heart comes by applying the laws, statutes, and commandments and keeping the faith in Hamashiach Yahushua. Right, read on.
And have done that which is good in thy sight.
Mm-hmm.
And Hezekiah wept story.
Right.
Y'all familiar with the story, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta ask yourself: Are you doing things that's pleasing in the sight of the Most High? Are you esteeming to do these things? Is this something that you hold priority in your walk, in your daily walk? That's good.
Can you imagine that? How that looked like though? He was crying to the Most High. He would have died. He was like, "How you know I was perfect?"
Yeah. Come on now. Show me some love.
Show me some love,
Hey, he
man.
did show some love.
Hey, and that's crazy because we talked about his son. Remember the other day we was talking about him, Hezekiah's son, And we was like, man, that nigga was off. You know what I'm saying? And he had like the longest reign.
Yeah, Manasseh.
But
yeah.
that's the most high. I'm gonna show you love, but I'm gonna show you too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna be gracious with your son. You know what I'm saying?
That's another. That's
I
a great
love
point.
the love.
Man.
Him showing love might not look like how we think it look. You know what I'm saying?
But even if it don't look how you think or expect it to, it's still perfect. It might not seem perfect to you in the way it came on the form or the time it came in, but that was how the Most High understood that thing should be dealt out through the Spirit.
Hey, but that's mercy though. He added 15 more years to Hezekiah life though. That's it's not a lot to the Most High, but
a lot to a man.
That's a good amount of time. 15
and
years.
Still, his son reigned for the longest. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he was off.
Yeah, he was off.
That's what
he was off, bruh. Like,
say when a man's ways please the Most High, man, he make even your enemies to be at peace with you. Right? He won't know nobody to war against you at that time, man. He preserves you. Right? He can do that thing. Ezekiel 28:15. Next precept, Ezekiel 28 and verse 15. I'll bring it out. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 28 and verse 15. Thou wast perfect in thy ways.
That was what?
Was perfect in thy ways from the day that thou wast created till iniquity was found in thee. So we even in the consummation of man, right? The Most High made us perfect, right? But when that iniquity was found in us, hey man,
it's been history.
It's been history.
And it even referenced that if you start at verse 13 and read down through 15, that's the reference talking about the beginning. Right? We were perfect with the Most High as the sons of Adam, right? Out of his stock until that iniquity was found in us. Then, okay, now I got to deal with y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Correct. Salakia. That's right up. That was Ezekiel 28 and verse 15. We're going to be 2nd Ezra 6 and 38. 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 38.
Yeah, this one too.
We did?
Yeah, we did. 2nd Ezra 6 and 38.
Bring it out.
And I said, O Lord, thou speakest from the beginning of the creation, even the first day, and saidest thus, let heaven and earth be made.
Let what?
Let heaven and earth be made. And thy word was a perfect work.
It was a what?
Perfect work.
Right, so there you have it for the Most High, even from the beginning and from the foundations of the earth, man. That's just kind of landing us back on that Ezekiel 28 and 15, how we were created perfect, right? If he gonna make something, right, he made sure that it was flawless, man. Right. Next precept, Matthew 19 and 21, and then Matthew 6 and 19. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 19 and verse 21. Matthew 19 and verse 21. And it reads.
Started Started 16.
What you reading?
19 and 16.
Started 16. Yeah.
This is Matthew 19 and 16. And behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, perfect master.
3 through 22.
Said unto him, Good master, what good thing shall I do that I may have eternal life? And he said unto him, Why callest thou me good?
What did he say?
Why callest thou me good?
Why are you calling me good? Why you saying calling me good master, right? Go ahead.
There is none good. Salakia. There's none good but one.
But who?
But one.
Right?
That is the Most High Yahweh.
1 Kings 8 and 46.
Hey, this is not exactly, but it's kind of what the one dude was asking at camp today. He didn't call us no good master or anything, but he was asking us like, how do I get my soul saved or whatever? This is what he was asking.
Get that 1 Kings 8 and 46.
But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments.
This is why Christ said that, because he knows the law. He knows the scrolls. He knows the precepts, right? You know what I'm saying? So when he said, "Why callest thou me good?" This is what he was saying. Just read the first part, 1 Kings 8:46.
It says, "If they sin against thee,
Mm-hmm.
for there is no man that sinneth not.
That's what,
No man that sinneth not."
and he's familiar with regeneration, so we know that in his prior life he had sinned. He had gone off. So he said again, "Why callest thou me good?" The only one that's good, perfect, and just is Yahweh. Right? Go ahead. Jump back to Matthew.
Come. What was you at, Matthew 11?
Matthew 19,
Okay.
and you can pick up at 17 and read through 22.
19:17. Matthew 19, verse 17. Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, and that is God.
Right?
But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments.
Do what?
Keep the commandments.
Do what?
Keep the commandments.
Hey, because he knows that the law is just and good. Right? According to Romans 7:12.
Yes, perfect.
It's perfect. Right? See if I can grab that real quick. This is Romans 7:12. Wherefore the law is holy, and the commandment holy and just and good.
Holy, just and good.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with that thing, man.
You can pick up, King.
Thou shalt, he saith unto him, which Yahushua said, thou shalt do no murder, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, and thou shalt not bear false witness.
Mm-hmm.
Honor thy father and thy mother, and thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. The young man saith unto him, all these things have I kept from my youth up. What lack I yet?
He said, I've been doing all that. You ain't saying nothing, bro.
He thought he
You know
thought
what
he
I'm
was
saying?
perfect.
Hey, man, what am I lacking? Where you see an infirmity in me? Go ahead.
And Yahushua said unto him, if thou will be perfect.
If that will be what?
Perfect.
What?
Perfect.
Go ahead.
Go and sell that thou hast,
Mm-hmm.
and give it to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven,
Mm-hmm.
and come and follow me.
Right. He said, all right, you good, but let's see if you're going to see perfection, because I know what you're struggling with. I know that you're holding on to these worldly possessions, right? I know some things that you still dealing with that you're not quite ready to give up.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
But when the young man heard that saying, he went away sorrowful.
He was what?
Sorrowful.
Pricked at the heart. He said, bro, you want me to sell my Lambo? You want me to get rid of my house, bro? You really want me to just sell everything I got, bro, and just follow you? Go ahead.
But if you see, he's telling him that's a tangible level, because he said you will then get the treasures
in heaven.
That's the next precept.
Go ahead, Salaki.
Matthew 6, I think it was verse 19.
Uh-huh.
Lay not up
You
for
ain't finish it out though, but go ahead, King. You pretty much did.
Well, yeah, I pretty much did. But lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust do corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven.
Treasures where?
In heaven, which neither moth nor rust does corrupt.
Right, because that's, if you're gonna get some treasure, man, get some treasure that ain't gonna tarnish, man.
Right.
Get some treasure that ain't nothing can corrupt nor steal. No, can't nobody steal that thing. It's yours, man. That's perfection, right? You don't gotta worry. You don't gotta be, you know what I'm saying, worry about being caught lacking in the kingdom, man. You know what I'm saying? What's yours is yours. The Most High is giving you that thing.
Hey, and you gonna earn it. Everything you got in the kingdom, bro, you earned, or you didn't earn. You know what I'm saying? Right. Whatever you got on this side is from the work that you put in on this side.
Hey, the treasures in heaven that, people be storing up or whatever, the 2/3 when they get regenerated, they see them treasures. They gonna wish they had the treasures. And
they gonna wake up. They gonna wake up lacking.
Yeah, they go
right.
They go come into that thing like, yo, where you get that? And where can I get one of those?
You can't get one of those.
Get these, man. These These is antiques, man.
What was it? It was a limited time. It
Right,
was a
limited edition,
time.
man.
Yeah, it was limited edition.
Yeah, go get one of these, man.
You had your chance to get.
These is classic. These is hardwood classics right here, man.
Good.
Luke,
Hey,
what you
good.
got?
Good.
Yeah, man, straight up. Luke 6:40, man. Luke 6 and verse 40.
Started 39, rolled through 45.
Dealing with the
Luke 6:39.
Come on.
And he spake a parable to them. Can the blind lead the blind?
Can what?
The blind lead the blind.
Uh-huh.
And shall they not both fall in the ditch?
Right, because
Man.
their way is not perfect. You don't even know where you going. How you gonna lead somebody else? Right? Read.
It says
That's powerful right there. It sounds simple, bro, but it's when you equating it to real life time and things that's going on, bro. How can you begin to show somebody what's right and what's wrong, what's righteous and what's wicked, if you're not moving in righteousness?
But and that's the thing. But if you're using a measurement stick based off of the world's righteousness, then the foolishness of the world is enmity with the Most High.
That's that love, not the world, or the things that's in it.
Because when you're using the ways of the world to measure yourself, it might seem
You're gonna always
righteous.
fall short with the Most High.
You are gonna fall.
You're gonna always fall short with the Most High. When you have, and that's the thing though. People set their ceiling based
Right.
on what the world
Right.
standards are. You know what I'm saying? But the Most High has called us to be limitless, to limit leap, right? You know what I'm saying? So there is no ceiling with the Most High. How can you put a ceiling on everlasting life? How can you put a ceiling on a kingdom that's untouched, unblemished, just for you?
That's kept. Literally.
Good.
Yeah.
Like you really trying to put it in a box, man, and try to.
You're trying to create it to worldly standards.
Right. You can't.
Right? And that thing, when you do it, when you put it on a worldly level, it's gonna always be corruptible. It's gonna always be brackets or capped. Like you said, you know what I'm saying?
Straight up. Luke 6, 39.
Verse 40.
40. Bring it out.
The disciple is not above his master, but everyone that is perfect shall be as his master.
Read.
And why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye, but perceiveth not the beam that is in thine own eye?
Right, because you got to understand that we gotta see our own infirmities first before we can start being able to speak on or edify on another brother's walk. Right, you got to sweep around your own front door. Read.
It says, either how canst thou say to thy brother, let me pull out the mote that is in thine eye, and when thyself beholdest not the beam that is in thy own eye, thou hypocrite.
Thou what?
Hypocrite.
Right, because a lot of times, man, when you see a mote in another brother's eye, man, brother, you might be too close.
Gun.
You need to back it up a little bit, man, and see what's going on in your own front yard, man. Right? Because the grass ain't always green on the other side of the fence, man. I'm bringing out some of these old Canton spirituals. Man.
Hey, man, the brother in the spirit right
Y'all
now.
know what's going on. Yeah. Let's go.
Bring it out. All right.
Cast out first the beam out of thy own eye, and then shalt thou see clearly to pull out the mote that is in thy brother's eye.
Look at that.
That's
Israel,
balance.
you know what's going on.
Yeah. And that's perfect balance, though, right there. Like, that's how you really deal with your brother, man.
That's
like,
right,
let me just, because if you deal any other way outside of this, man, you asking for trouble. You're gonna be in a heap of trouble, right? Because it says it's a crooked way. You're dealing falsely if you're not dealing according to this way, which is perfection. More than that, Uncle, we did.
Yeah. For a good tree bringeth not forth corrupt fruit, and neither doeth a corrupt tree bringeth forth good fruit.
Right. So if you say that you applying these things to your life, you shouldn't have wicked fruits, or in other words, deeds, right? That would be brought or wrought of from the world, right? So you can't sow a wicked seed, or sow a righteous seed, and then when that righteous seed comes up, and it's all manner of wickedness hanging off of that thing. that's off. Got some more on that?
For every tree is known by its own fruit.
Mm-hmm.
For of thorns men doeth not gather figs.
Right, and even when you're dealing with fruits, man, you just can't just go and just grab a fruit off the tree, man.
Like
It's
poke
got-
yourself.
Right, you might poke yourself, but it's timing.
Yeah,
It might not be what
right.
right, and that's the thing. It's not might not be right for the picking, right? But this thing right here, man, it's always right. It's always time, right, to get in this thing and start laboring, tilling the ground, and the Most High gonna water it with wisdom, right, with the word of understanding.
Nor of a bramble bush gather they grapes. A good man out of the good treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is good,
Mm-hmm.
and an evil man out of the evil treasures of his heart bringeth forth that which is evil. For of the abundance of the heart his mouth speaketh.
Right, because if you perfect or you walk in perfection, you're gonna be able to tell in the manner of another man's speech. You're gonna tell it on his countenance, on how he carries himself, how he governs himself. Right? You're gonna be able to tell by the brother's fruits if they're right, if they're perfect in the seasons that they're being brought forth, if you will. So next precept. We're closing up here, man. Y'all can bear with us through the Spirit. Luke, Matthew 10 and 24. I'll get that book of John 17. John 17 and 23.
Matthew 10 and 24.
Real quick. Go ahead, King.
Oh.
Go ahead.
The disciple is not above his master,
Mm-hmm.
nor the servant above his Lord.
Right, it's the same account, different gospel. Read.
It is enough for the disciple that he be as his master, and the servant as his Lord.
Right, that master is Yahweh Shai Mashiach, right? Read on.
And if they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, how much more shall they call them of his household?
Right.
This is like the dude was talking about at camp. Like, we was basically explaining to him what Christ came to do. He came to basically overthrow us.
Right, what King
Basically.
Herod was. Yeah,
And y'all was trying to get that through his head. Like, if the things he was doing, we gonna be doing that too.
right.
And I think he got it wrong where, because he was like, at the end of the day, y'all just gonna sit and pray.
Yeah, he said y'all
Or
gonna
whatever.
forever be
I
praying.
think
We're gonna take the kingdom.
I think he had the wrong image in his mind. Like, when stuff get bad, we're not just gonna sit in the corner and just sit there and pray while somebody up there trying to kill us or whatever.
But that's what he used to. Remember what he said? He was like, I don't deal with Christianity.
Yeah.
So that's what you used to.
Yeah.
So when you hear us talking about the Most High putting his ways first, but that's what you thinking.
Mhm.
That's what you think.
That's
we
what he's
operate.
thinking.
The spirit
Right,
we
that's-
operate
that's
in.
what you-
But after, remember when he kind of went in hush mode, that's when we started breaking out the judgments, how everything went there. He was just quiet like that.
Like we said, like we're gonna take them and we gonna
Yeah,
he
he was like,
oh right.
And
You know
that's
what
the
I'm
thing,
saying?
like for those who tapping in on the live stream, man, we try to get our brothers through the spirit to understand that it's a time and it's a place, as it says in Ecclesiastes chapter 1,
3-1.
3-1, Salaki. And when we understand that it's a time and it's a place, we can't. The Most High operates outside of time, so we can't operate out. We can't be like the Most High.
he made time.
He made so that. What does it look like for us being His creation to try to operate like Him? We
When
have
the
to
scriptures tells us that his ways are not our ways,
come on,
neither
man.
is his thoughts our thoughts.
And that's what has happened for centuries, man. For years, for decades, for
That's what happened
millenniums.
with the white man. They trying to be God.
Right. Well, I'm saying, like, for him to trying to create a revolt,
Mm-hmm.
right, or
Bro,
use their systemic.
How many
system.
times has that not worked for us? Though?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what we was trying to get him to see. Like, bro, all these brothers that you know, we got to get this. Oh, yeah, we do got to do that, but we got to do this first.
Yeah.
It's in order, decency and order, man. But when you don't understand the order that that the order he set it up in was perfect, and you try to operate outside of that order,
You know why? The different organizations and tries we made before at correcting the nation haven't worked because we didn't kill the curses first.
Okay.
So you still got people gathering together, but you still got Deuteronomy 28 and 54
lingering in the
looming
midst of-
amongst the people,
Okay.
right? You know what I'm saying? So, like it says, and what is that, Maccabees 1 and 11? people gonna go off and make covenants with the heathen, right? Because they still envious, they still jealous. A lot of people want to be the man just because they don't really got no plan. They
Some
just don't
people
want
love
that
this
nigga to
place.
be the man. You see what I'm
A
saying?
lot of them go let it.
By default, right? Because they don't love a brother, they choose to love the gifts that this place has to offer. Not necessarily this place, but hey, if this gift that this place giving me make me more comfortable than this man or the next man, I'm gonna roll with this gift. And they don't value their brother outside of the tangible gifts that this place has to offer. I yield on that.
Go ahead, the water. You finished up on that?
Yeah, finished it.
John 17, 23. John 17 and 23, and it reads thus. Right.
Read through start at 21, read through 26.
This is the book of John, chapter 17 and verse 21. John 17 and 21. That they all may be one, as thou, Father, art in me, and I in thee.
That's a Trinity cut, but not Trinity. One is cut, but
that they also may be one in us.
Because the brother was starting off, I thought he was going to go into some triune doctrine.
Yeah. He corrected.
He cleared it up real quick.
He cleared it up.
He did a good job too.
No,
to be honest
he
with
did.
you.
He did.
He was about to get on his bumper though.
May believe that thou hast sent me, and the glory which thou gavest me, I have given them, that they may be one, even as we are one. I in them, and thou in me, that they may be made perfect in one. Made perfect in one. And that the world may know that thou hast sent me and hast loved them as thou hast loved me.
Go ahead.
Father, I will that they also, whom thou hast given me, be with me where I am, that they may behold my glory which thou hast given me, for thou lovest me before the foundation of the world.
Read that last part again.
For that they may behold my glory, which thou hast given me, for thou lovest me before the foundation of the world.
So Yahushua was already there before the foundations of the world, before the Most High brought forth the sun and the moon, before the animals were created, before damn fruit was created. Yahushua was already there with the Most High, soaking up the wisdom, right? Soaking up the game to be that firstborn or first begotten son among many brethren. Go ahead.
Verse 25, John 17 and verse 25. O righteous Father, the world hath not known thee, but I have known thee.
The what?
The world hath not known thee, but I have known thee.
Go ahead.
And these have known that thou hast sent me. And I have declared unto them that thy name and will declare it. So like it. And I have declared unto them thy name and will declare it. That the love wherewith thou hast loved me, that the love therewith thou hast loved me may be in them and I in them.
Hallelujah. That's just being on one accord.
And we need that, man. How could, because it's the who else is going to show us how to perfectly love the Father outside of the Son?
Right.
Like he says, no man has seen the Father but the Son.
I got a point to make.
Go ahead.
So that scripture brought it out. It says, "He that says he knoweth me and keepeth not my commandments is a liar." Christ, he know the Father because he do what the Father say.
Right.
All the angels and spirits, they know the Father because
they do
what he say. So you gonna let a demon know the Father and not you?
Right.
That's an L.
You gonna let the demon be more obedient than you?
That's an L.
That's a major L.
That's terrible.
Yeah, that's a nuke. That's what it is, bro.
You're right, that is a nuke.
Right to the forehead.
Goodness. Right. That's it on that, man. That was John 17. We read 19, so like 19 through the whole chapter, right? 19 through 26. Right. Next precept.
Ephesians 4 and 12.
Right, and we got one more after that through the Spirit, James 1 and 4. I'll grab that.
I'm at Ephesians 4 and 12. I'll bring that out.
That's great. Some of these demons gonna be better than us.
They already are. They perfect.
And that's how they get. How you think
They
they get us to
perfect.
go off?
Tell you another thing like, hey, the devil is perfect.
Yeah,
The devil is perfect, bro.
but that's just embarrassing though.
Hey,
that's embarrassing.
these Edomites. You see what I'm saying? All right? They doing their job to
They-
perfection,
Mhm.
Yeah,
But we the ones out
but we
here.
don't want to
Look
do
at
our
us.
part,
Look
right?
at us. Yeah,
You can't get no more wicked than them. But ain't they what they made to do?
yes, that's what they're here to
Who
do.
gonna out heathen the heathen? Jake. You know what I'm saying?
But they don't want to be godly though. They don't want to be perfect though.
Son.
You got it out.
It's the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 12.
Mhm.
It says, for the perfecting of the saints,
Mhm.
for the work of the ministry, for the edifying of the body of Hamashiach,
Mhm.
till we all come in the unity of faith
Mhm.
and of the knowledge of the Son of God, unto a perfect man,
Mhm.
unto the measure of the stature of the fullness of Hamashiach.
And that's when we are understanding like the unity that we need to come in. This is the unity of faith, of the faith, not the unity of just rising up and represent a Black Lives Matter or any other type of damn movement that is being instituted in this thing. We got to have the faith and the patience in Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. Right, that's what's gonna make, as it says, us unto a perfect man, unto the measurement and of the stature of the fullness of Christ.
See, that's what the brother was dealing with today, Brother Eric. You know what I'm saying?
That was his name.
Yeah, the brother didn't have patience. He didn't have any patience.
He didn't know what faith looked like. Like we should explain it. What it.
But so like when you dealing with an
You got
age
faith
group,
in
though,
worldly things.
Yeah.
when you dealing with the
Well, you don't even have faith, because faith is what? The things hoped for,
Yeah,
unseen.
he was.
Yeah, he got.
Because y'all was telling him you gotta have faith, and what he thought was faith.
blind
and
faith.
He thought it was us just sitting in the corner praying.
Yes,
Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
he don't have no understanding.
Yeah, he didn't know.
And that's the thing, like when you go into that, because like the elder generations have seen so much, or maybe
Mhm.
too much.
Mhm.
And us, they feel like we ain't seen enough.
Mm-hmm.
But when we go into the scriptures and
We don't
use
need
the
to see it.
we already experiencing it. We
Right.
done seen enough.
Mm-hmm.
Better. That's why it says in Psalms 119, I know more than what?
My
teachers.
teachers, my ancestors.
So we don't need to be 50 years old.
I don't need to have seen the civil rights. I don't need to have lived through Martin Luther, and I don't gotta see. I see them fail.
Right. And they don't see this.
Right.
They just going back 20.
Because those what they did see is burnt in their brain.
Okay.
So when it comes to faith, things hoped for that you haven't seen, they don't have the capacity to do that.
Right.
Right. Because I've seen y'all talking about y'all. That's why I say when he hear us preach about faith and teachings and the things of Mashiach, he thinking Martin Luther. He thinking the Christianity, and bro, that's the furthest thing from what we
Right.
on.
Let us show you even further the same type of spirit that you talking about. It was even before then.
Right.
And that's what our people don't understand. They don't link that to that. You can go even deeper past the 20s.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's go back into the 70 ADs. Let's deal with the.
But that's why the brothers started to listen, though,
Mhm.
because as we started to paint our premise and the picture became clearer and clearer, it was evident that maybe that's not the same thing that they own. You know, it can't be based on what they're saying, right?
I wish we could have brought that Maccabees out with the martyrs or the other sons.
Okay.
You know, and that's just to kind of let him know that this is the spirit that we coming in. We not coming to be as we was talking feeble.
Right.
Effeminate. Did you finish that up?
Sit on that.
4 and 12.
4 and 12.
This is the book of James, chapter 1 and 4. James,
in closing.
James 1 and 4. I'm gonna start at verse 2. James 1 and 2. It says, My brethren.
My who?
My brethren.
Israelites, fellow Israelites.
Count it all joy.
Count it what?
Count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations. Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. But let patience have her perfect work.
Let her what?
Let patience have her perfect work.
What does patience bring forward?
Perfect work.
Right. We're not gonna be able to get to perfection without being patient. That's why the scripture tells us to endure.
Without being tried.
Right.
It said the
Right.
servant not greater than the master. How much that would do? We got to.
Con.
That's gonna make us perfect.
What makes you think that you don't deserve to go
Yeah.
through?
But you know what? This is like playing upon tables. You achieve that perfectness by applying the laws during the time that you're being tried.
Yeah.
When you're being tried and he wants you to endure to the end,
Mhm.
you then have to find different tools, but you have to be patient enough to apply these tools,
That you already had.
right, so that you can be made perfect. Because the moment that you're being tried and you use the wrong dang tool, right, through this, and now you can end up going off, right, or not, or waver, as it says in James, right, being tossed to and fro. But I yield on that. Getting back to James 1 and verse 3. Knowing this, that the trying of our faith, it worketh a patience.
3 through 10.
But let patience have a perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing.
Mhm.
If any of you lack wisdom,
Mm-hmm.
let him ask of the Most High.
No, go to the ways of the world.
Let him ask of the Most High.
Now go to the brother man, not the other man.
Let him ask of the Most High.
I meant the other man, not the brother man.
To give that giveth all Salaki, that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him.
Mm-hmm.
But let him ask in faith.
And what?
In faith.
In faith.
Mm-hmm.
You got to ask it if you already received it, or knowing that the Most High is going to be righteous by His word and giving it to you.
Yeah, you gotta believe.
But you also got to be in one accord to receive it. I'm not going to give you nothing you're not worthy of. Right? You got to work for this thing, man. Go ahead.
Okay. But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering, for he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed.
And doing what?
And tossed.
Tossed to and fro.
For let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Most High.
Right.
A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
Mm-hmm.
Let the brother of low degree rejoice.
Hey, and that's how the brother was kind of going there when he was like, man, I'm going to church and I'm going outside. And I hate it here. But I need to go vote. No, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, bro. That's the opposite of what you need to do. Right? You know what I'm saying? You can't say you hate it here and what voting has gotten us. Voting has gotten us what we have right now. Because we've been voting for years. But then you brothers need to go register and to vote. Brother.
You don't know what your ancestor did to achieve this.
Man. Like I said, bro, they ain't died for we can vote. They died because they was niggas.
He agreed with what you said. That
yeah,
you got it right.
No comment to it. But verse 8, James 1 and 8, for y'all to just tapping in through the Spirit. We're closing up here, man, on perfection, man, and how the Most High is requiring us to be therefore perfect. This is James 1 and 8.
Mm-hmm.
It says, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Let the brother of low degree rejoice in that he is exalted, but the rich in that he is made low, because as the flower of the grass, he shall pass away.
He shall what?
He shall pass away.
Man.
Right. And that's an understanding, and that's what makes us perfect through the Spirit, because we're not gonna fight tooth and nail to try to preserve this kingdom.
Absolutely not.
Nah.
We're not gonna do that. But we do understand that this earth and the things thereof is going to pass away.
We gonna prophesy the downfall of this kingdom.
That's right.
And patiently wait on Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. And while we waiting, we gonna keep the commandments. Keep the faith.
Let's get that Revelations 14 and 12 and close. Right, the water for the Malachian tapping in. See Brother Malachi and Khan,
right
man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. Bring that out.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 14, verse 12. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of Yahweh and the faith of Yahweh Shai.
We sitting patiently and we waiting. We not wavering in this thing. Neither are we gonna go away silently.
That's right.
We're gonna use And that's the thing that because sometimes when a carnal person, he might average Jake, he think that we can't do both. We understand that that's what makes us even more stronger.
That's right.
Like we can still use apply the government's laws to our life, and we can still apply the Most High's laws to our lives.
We don't have to choose either or. We're going to keep the laws of the land because the scripture says, agree with thine adversary quickly. Right?
Whilst thou art on the way with them.
Right? You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we're not agreeing with what the government say if it go against Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. We never doing that. It's not gonna happen.
And so for me, that's the measuring stick to show you that that's a defeatist mentality, man. You already defeated off the muscle. You really believe that you can keep all of the government's laws, but when we start applying these things, you can't do them. Right? The brother was on board with us. We break it down. We're going through all of the prophecies. We're going through all of the commandments that the Most High has given us. And then we get to what was that? Leviticus 19 and 24 on down.
Yeah.
Right. And we got to the beard. Oh, it's a wrap.
But he came back though.
He did.
He received the beard part, but it was the voting that really had him like, yo, y'all don't understand that this is our power. No, this is our power.
Let's get there real quick for the people, man, in closing, because we kind of speaking on the account that happened today.
17:14.
Right. And this is our understanding.
Deuteronomy 17:15.
Is that 15? We gonna go thus says the Lord. Right. And
no, you're gonna eat it. Go.
We not gonna vote for anyone that's outside of Israel. Right. And we understand that we are patiently waiting, as it says in Revelations 14 and 12, for our real king, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, who the world calls Christ. That's who we voting for, man. That's the balance that we filling out through the Spirit. Right?
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 17, verse 14. When thou art come unto the land which Yahweh thy power giveth thee, and shalt possess it, and shalt dwell therein, and shalt say, I will set a king over me, like as all the nations that are about me.
Like what?
Like as all the nations that are about me.
Right. Already you kind of going off. Ain't no kind of. You doing it as the other nations that are about you. Right. But the Most High called us to be set apart, separate. Right. Read.
Thou shalt in any wise set king over thee. So I can read that again. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee.
Right.
Whom thou, Yahweh, thy power shall choose. One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee.
Right.
Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee.
A what?
A stranger over thee.
Right. So we're not going to set anyone who was a stranger, who was someone who was not of our kindred, our stock of people, aka African American, so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American, Indian of Negro descent, or Israelite. If you're not coming from the seed and the stock of our people, we're not voting for you, man. Right? Because what these people are in office, we're not going to. These are folly tricks. Right? These people are not in position to represent the so-called Black and Hispanic and Native Americans' plight in America. They don't represent us. The UN, those people on the board, they don't represent us. We understand these things because the scriptures are making it clear as day. Right? I yield on that. God, you can go finish.
It says, one from among thy brethren shall thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother.
Right. And to them, man, it's just mind blowing that we don't participate in the voting process and things of that nature. But we'll have to. That'll be a future breakdown though, dealing with the election and folly tricks that we refrain from through the Spirit. But yeah, man, we're the saints upholding commandments, man. We pray that everybody was edified through the Spirit. We're gonna shut this thing down, Brother Nasi. Right,
Brother Israel,
Brother Shamarai.
Khan, man. One time for the tribe, two times for the vine, man. We appreciate the Akim for tapping in, and with that, we're gonna say shalom, man.
Shalom.